guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I am Sarah, and today I'm going to show you my garden hack for starting summer seeds. I know a lot of people think about starting their spring seeds in the winter, but I start my summer seeds indoors as well. And the reason is because I like to grow a lot of winter squash, pumpkins and gourds and that sort of thing. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. You might know this. Now, it's not a 100% accurate, right? But it's very, very close. And I've done it for 5 years. But if you start your winter squash or your gourds, not start, but put them in the garden after July 4th. So like July 4th to like the 9th, like that week, you'll have enough time for them to mature and harvest before our first frost. And you will miss the squash borer's life cycle. So really, really important if you've ever had squash borers attack your squash or your pumpkins. It's really sad. And I don't even grow them. Occasionally I will try zucchini, but honestly, I even wait till July for that because I just don't want to come out and have my vines decimated. I hate that. So butternut squash, I grow a ton of it. Every year I grow more of it, and I love it because it stores. I don't have to can it or fiddle around with it. It stores in my basement for up to 4 months, and to me, that is the perfect food. Also, it's fantastic if you live somewhere with clay soil. You still got to amend the soil some, but it's a lot more forgiving than certain things like carrots or sweet potatoes because it's going to fruit on top of the ground, obviously. So it's going to have roots, but it's not going to be something where the root is what you're eating, as in a sweet potato. You've got to have that loose soil. It isn't going to put up with clay very well. So butternut squash is a little bit more forgiving, or winter squash. So anyway, we're going to start them inside, and I'm going to show you my setup. That's the second part of this hack, because this particular company has the best grow light system, an indoor seed starting system, in my opinion. For one reason, the trays are just bigger, so you can keep them inside a little bit longer. Starting them this week, it's going to give me 8 weeks, essentially, to July 4th week. I can't believe it's only about 2 months away, but and some change. But yeah, it's going to give me about 8 weeks. So if I need to transfer them into a pot, sometimes I will do that for a week or two. A lot of times I'll just leave them inside, and they do fine, starting them, mid-April to end of April. So let's get started. I'm going to meet you down at the basement, and I'm going to show you my indoor seed starting setup for the summer. All right, guys, here we are down in my basement. And the only reason I have this in my basement and not upstairs is because I have a toddler that will get into this dirt. Otherwise, I would just have it upstairs in my family room or my entryway, because this product is so beautiful and has such a great quality to the finish that it looks great no matter where it is, whether it's in your entry hall or in the family room. It's going to fit right in. And little kids would, of course, love to watch things grow in here anyway. As soon as my littlest is a little bit older, I'll be moving this upstairs where we can watch it. We come down here a lot too, but we definitely are upstairs a lot more. But check out the features with this Vego Garden grow system for indoors. So this container size is much larger than most other ones I've ever seen on the market. And I love that because I can keep my seedlings in here longer. I can also just take them outside and harden them off in the same container. It's so large. Some of the products I've used in the past, they were very tiny, and I had to transfer them into pots and then wait to put them in the garden. Now, like I told you, these are going to be going in the ground July 4th week. With this size, I should be able to leave them in here and then just harden them off outside and then put them into the ground, and they should be a-okay. If not, then I could put them in containers, for a week or so. But I'm pretty sure the size is going to be okay for about 8 weeks. The other feature that I love is there's a top and a bottom on this size grow system. It's all linked in the description, by the way, if you're interested with the discount code and all that good stuff. So just check my description. You'll find this one. And there's a grow light on the top and the bottom. Now, I just have the top right now hooked up because I'm just going to grow on the top for now. And then I am going to use the bottom for storage currently. But I could grow seedlings on the bottom and on the top, which is fabulous. So besides the point that I love the way it looks, it's made of metal, it's quality, it has a good weight to it, it doesn't just tip over. Like even when my little girl is down here, she can't just pull this. It's not going to just fall off, okay? It's very sturdy. And I have it on top of an old chest just for this video to give it some height. It is going to stay here too, by the way, but you could put it on a tabletop if you wanted, or just on the ground because it's about 2.5 or so feet tall. And it has a good height to it. Now, Vego has all kinds of grow systems on their website, so you can look and see if there's maybe a different size you want. They've got them all. I love all of their products. They're always just so quality made. The instructions on how to put them together are pretty easy, and we just love Vego, I gotta say. So I want to show you real quick too the seeds that I'm going to use. I'm doing these butternut Waltham squash. I grow butternut every year. This year I'm going to do more. This is from David's garden seeds out of Texas, and I've never tried their seeds before. I wanted these kidney beans, and he was able to get them to me quicker. So that is how I found him, and I'm excited to try these. So we'll see how it goes. But we're going to do the butternut squash to begin with. But I want to take you guys up to the big garden where these are going to go in July. And just want to show you the progress up there and what I've done. So this is my 4th year growing up in that big garden. I've amended the soil over time, of course, and it's better every year. And I tarp it. What I do is this year I planted a spring garden. So you're going to see a couple of rows have things planted. There's potatoes up there, some carrots, and some green beans. They're all very small right now. And then I've got the rest of it tarped with black plastic, which I will take off in about a week or two and be planting. But I just tarp it with that black plastic for about 4 weeks. And I kill off all the weeds, and it just preserves my soil up there. So I don't lose as much biomass and soil by pulling all those weeds. And that way it kills down a lot of the weed seeds, and it just works a whole lot better. So let's go up there and let me show you where all of these seedlings are going to be going, and not too long from now. And a couple more features before we head up to the big garden. You can also adjust these the shelving. So if you want to have plants grow taller, you can do that. There's also, if you want to use it without the light, you could do that. It's an LED light, so it's going to be energy efficient. It has the full spectrum that plants need. Vego has taken care of everything. So honestly, this is pretty much, in my opinion, as good as it gets for starting seeds indoors. And I am so excited to do it this year with this product. Now let's head up to that big garden. You can see, guys, it is a beautiful day here in Northwest Georgia. Just absolutely stellar spring day. Down here at the bottom, I've got my strawberries going, a couple tomato plants already planted. But up here is where the real magic for growing food is. And you can see the black plastic that I've got everywhere. It definitely isn't my favorite thing to look at, but it does such a great job for me just killing down the weeds. And that way I don't lose as much dirt, and it just makes sense. Now, this is the first year I've done a spring garden, and I've got these 2 rows uncovered, have green beans planted there, carrots there, and then we've got potatoes. There's some green beans with a trellis. This trellis stock tank right here, but the rest are potatoes. And then back here in this Vego raised bed, I've also got Yukon Gold potatoes. That worked really well with the greenhouse cover system. When it was cooler, I was able to still grow lettuce and that sort of thing. But even now in the summer, I can still use it, and it provides a little bit of shade. So it's very interesting. That product works so well. I am going to be putting the butternut squash probably over here in this row right here, and then over here after I harvest these carrots. Carrots are very small right now. Carrots and radishes. Usually I do these 2 rows and they sprawl all over this mulch and grow those giant winter squash. And so I've pulled up some of this black plastic back here, and you can see that it has killed down all of the weeds. There's some that didn't get covered, but killed down all of these weeds here so that this is my daughter's garden. She can start planting. And then back there on that back row, that is also going to be uncovered very soon and mulched. And that's why that is already pulled back. We have all the mulch right here, ready to go for that back row. And we've already done all the mulch up here in the front. And then way over on the other side, you see all that plastic. That's where all the zinnias go. Zinnias, whatever you want to call them. That will be uncovered probably the end of April because I want it to get warm enough to plant those. And then I'll also put some zinnias back here too. So that is how the big garden is looking right now. And it definitely looks completely different in just a couple months, that's for sure. We are back inside. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked today's video. And if you did, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're excited to grow this summer in your garden. And I'll see you back here next time in the next video right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye, guys.